party is? The party is your decision maker in these type of situations. So the person, the decision maker, the mediator, the facilitator, the attorney, the person that's going to provide legal advice to you. And those are basically your roles. Just to kind of give you guys an idea, you know, mediation is something that you have to believe in, and everybody does. It's an essential, it's a large part of a family law process. It's a huge legal process. You know, one thing I don't think that we said is that typically after your mandatory disclosure is done, and if you don't know what mandatory disclosure is, go listen to 2 shows ago because I did a whole show about it. Okay, it's on my website, sunshinedivorce.com. Click on radio shows. After you do mandatory disclosure, you have to go to mediation before you file any type of a motion seeking relief at court. After you do that, and if you get an impasse, and by the way, an impasse just means you don't agree on anything. It means you can go to court, you're on to the next step. But after you do that, let's say you litigate the case for a while, and then you ask the court to set a trial date. Well, one of the first things that's in that trial order, go back to mediation and try again.
Right.
So sometimes you're in mediation twice. In some jurisdictions, 3 times.
I've actually had 5.
5. Okay. It depends on the judge.
Yeah. I mean, I've had 5. I've had where they need to, you know, they want their trial date, so they got to come to mediation. They didn't settle. So fine, 10 days prior to their trial, they have to come. They go to court and the judge is like, I'm not doing this. So they sent them back to mediation with instruction.
Yep.
So they went back to mediation. They still could not figure it out. They wanted a new trial date. They had to go to mediation. They still wouldn't deal with it. So 10 days prior, again, they went. I mean, it's like
you go back and forth.
But the reason for it, Grant, is, you know, Florida was one of the first states that ever enacted a mediation back in 1987. Mm-hmm. And we actually have modeled for the country what mediation looks like. And, you know, you and I had a conversation earlier about, you know, there's not another state that I would rather do mediation in or be part of family law than Florida, because we are cutting edge.
Yeah, we are.
And so, you know, it has been around for a long time, and you know, it's getting better and better. I've been doing it for 11 years. I got divorced 15 years ago, and I just, you know, if I had a mediation agreement like the ones that I write now, and this was long before I was a mediator, but if I had that mediation agreement, it probably would have saved us a lot of litigation between my ex and I, because, you know, back then it's just sort of willy-nilly. It was still better than other states, but it has gotten so much more preventative maintenance instead of damage control, and it's really empowered people. It's cut down on litigation, which cuts down on taxes.
Yep.
You know, when people go to court, that's the taxpayers' money.
Right.
Well, and so people have a vested interest in settling when it's their dollar on the line.
Yeah. And, you know, if you guys have any questions about that, about really how it saves you, I promise you that going to mediation and settling your case is the cheapest way out of a divorce. It's the cheapest way out of basically you know, your entire situation for any case. So I'd like to thank you very much, Matt, for coming and talking with us today. It was a pleasure to have you on. I hope that everybody enjoyed the show. Again, Matt's website is iMediateinc.com. The name of his book, that's free on iTunes, one more time.
You're Not the Only One.
You're Not the Only One, free on iTunes. Read it.
For more information about having your mediation conducted by iMediate, check us out online at iMediateinc.com. Email me at mbrickman@iChatmediation.com, or call me toll-free at 877-822-1479, or direct at 561-262-9121. And I look forward to speaking with you and scheduling your mediation very soon.